Thank you for tuning in to TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is a Monday. And hopefully, your week is starting out to a beautiful, wonderful, magnificent week. And that you have a beautiful, wonderful, magnificent day this Monday. Before we get started, though, I do ask that you please like, subscribe, and share because if you get anything out of this content, chances are someone else will as well. So share with those you know, love, and care about. In addition, please check out the links below for my book, Tease Collection. It's a collection of short stories, poems, and songs. And then I also have the Young Living essential oils link down below as well for your essential oil needs. And if you're not sure about essential oils, check out the video I did Tuesday, this just past Tuesday. It'll give you more information about essential oils. And let's get started. So the topic for today is when your reality changes, right? And you might be like, Toy, where you going with this? Okay. So we all, or hopefully all of us, go through these moments where we're trying to better ourselves and actually grow as a person spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. Like you go through this period of where you're healing yourself and really trying to transform how you think, how you look at the world, and how the world is responding, basically. So the things you have, whether financial freedom, a better house, better living conditions, better job, like you're going through these transformations. And what happens is every time you go through a transformation, your outlook on reality changes. But if you haven't taken a moment to stop and go back to your old reality to let that go, what ends up happening is you have these two realities going on in your mind that are fighting for control and fighting to take over. So that's why sometimes, even though you are progressing and you're trying to move forward, you end up going backwards because you haven't taken a moment to stop and reflect on where you are today and your new reality of today and what that looks like. And so this was something that I myself wasn't doing. And when it came to me to stop and reflect and really look at where I was and what I used to do compared to where I am and who I am today, it's completely different. Like my world has done a whole 180. Okay, I went from working in corporate America and a job that was okay. I just didn't like working for somebody else, but it was just okay, and feeling like stuck in a life or really wasn't happy, like all the stuff that was going on, all these emotions going on, to ended up being fired from that said job and really having to go out in the world on my own. And even now it's still getting to the point where it's kind of a struggle right now and I have to make some decisions. But the person that I was in the beginning when this first happened back in December is not who I am today. The world that person lived in and the world that I live in today, right now, is completely different. And I look at things different. I feel different about things. You know, my mind has changed on some things, but I found that I was still having some fears, what led back to who I used to be. I still had some thought processes that led back to who I used to be. I still had some things I was doing that led back to who I used to be. And it doesn't suit me anymore. It doesn't benefit me anymore. It's not helping me anymore. And so I actually had to sit down and really write out, number one, who am I now? Like, what are the characteristics of me right now? What does my world look like right now? What does my life look like right now? Because this is my new reality. And that's even what I titled it, was my new reality. And I went through and listed, and when I sat down to do it, it ended up being affirmations. So it's something that I'm going to go through and read on a daily basis until my belief system changes and until the inside of me let go of the past reality and accepts where I am now in my new reality with the things that are happening now. Because what happened before, a lot of that doesn't even concern me anymore. A lot of that isn't even a question anymore. I'm not working for somebody else. I don't have to have that same thought process. You know, I don't have the same fears of losing my job because I lost it. You know, it's done, it's gone. So there ain't no fear for that, you know. So me having this fear of being stuck and not capable, and that goes back to a life that I don't even live anymore. And so I had to really sit down with myself and really evaluate, what does my life look like to me now? How should I be seeing this? How should I be viewing this? And so if you go through these changes, even if it's a weight loss, if it's a new job, if it's a new house, a new position, you moved, any of that, those are big transformations in your life. And you really need to sit down and take a look. What does this mean to me? And when I really did that, or well, basically when the ancestors started that process rolling in my head, showing me different images, what came to me is I realized I'm not even stuck. Like, I'm free to go wherever it is I want to go, because even the things that I'm setting up now, as far as to bring in income, I can do them anywhere. I don't have to just be here where I am right now in Michigan. I can do it anywhere. And the feeling of that is what sparked me to, like, let me hurry up right now and sit down and write all of this out. So that's what I did this morning, because now I'm even thinking about leaving the state for a little while and living someplace else for a short period, not for forever, but for a short period of going someplace else and living. And then doing the spiritual growth I need to do there, and then coming back here or wherever I end up. But it's like I feel this freedom to it now. I even want to get a small motorhome for me and my dog, and maybe one maybe two people up, other people that could come along with me if they wanted to. But I'm really starting to think about that, and just traveling, using it and just picking up and going, just really feeling what it really feels like to just be free to do as you please from a day to day. So everything that I've been learning, everything that I've been transforming from, the growth I've been making, everything has been leading to how I feel right now. And because of that, I needed to write it out. Because when you write it out, you make it real for your mind. You make it real for the universe. They take you serious. It's not just something you thinking in your head. Like, think about it when you go to the store. When you go to the grocery shopping, you have a list. What happens if you don't have the list? You get stuff that's not on the list, and you forget some stuff that was on the list, okay? The reason you write it out is so that it helps you remember better. You write it out so you have a point of reference. You write it out because, again, it's a way of communicating with the universe and with your subconscious that you're for real about this. So if you, like I said, if you've gone through any of those transitions or made any kind of transformation in your life, write it out. Okay? Really write out what your new reality looks like, so that you can let go of your past fears, your past worries, your past. Let go and move on to the future, because that's where you are now. You're in your future. So if you got anything out of this today, please like, subscribe, and share, because if you get anything out of it, chances are someone else will as well. I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.